Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Ready? Very good first half. Didn't like the way we finished the game at all, so that's why I'm late coming in here. Talking about the first half, I thought the energy was good. I think we still found good ways to go forward, scored some good goals, started the game in a good way, pushed up the field, putting pressure on them. Still for the game, there's advantages where our final play still need to get better. I think that's always something that even the best teams look at, that when you create a lot of chances, even when you score a lot of goals, you think about all the chances where you don't do well enough. And so that's certainly something that we see, and something that we just continue to try to get right. You know, the final decision, is it right to shoot? Is it the right time to slip a pass? Do you play it in the air? Do you play it on the ground? That kind of thing is still, obviously, the way football works these days. In many of those moments, the margin in the offside is really tight. You know, if you think back even to the goal that was taken away against Dallas, you know, those inches offsides. Tonight, the one that was taken away with Carlos, it's I don't know if it's inches or a foot or whatever, but you know, the timing of those plays, the execution of those plays become important. And so, you know, we certainly do pretty well at it, and we certainly create and score a lot of good goals, but that's still something that I think about sometimes, where we just have to keep trying to improve. The end of the game, you know, we've had such a good way this year. We've not given up goals late. We've had good concentration. We played till the end of matches, and today we didn't. And I wasn't happy with our subs tonight. I don't think when they came on the field, they helped what we need and brought what we needed. At the end of the game, the choice of passes, the timing of passes, the play the kind of football that we want. The pass has to go to the right guy at the right time. And if you start looking around the field and thinking, maybe I'm gonna, you know, I'd rather pass to this guy than that guy, or let me see if I can take an extra few touches, man, that destroys the game at that point. That's not the way you play football. So, so I wasn't too happy about some of that stuff. And I have high standards with these guys, so it's not about yelling after a game like that. It's just about making sure they understand that we certainly, at the end of the game, lost our way a little bit, and the little things that are important to play good football for 90 minutes got away from us. Let me mention Tristan Blackman, right? Because tonight was an important night for him. Tristan's got talent. We know it. That's why we keep trying and trying and trying. And yet we've not been able to get him to really just play without any fear, to play and make plays and go for it. And, you know, we talked to him and show him over and over, a guy like Sergio Ramos that said, look, you don't get to be Sergio Ramos if you're always afraid of making a mistake. You become Sergio Ramos when you are fearless, when you are a warrior, when you step on the field and you step up and you make plays. And so look, it's not the now think that just because you talk like that a young kid from Las Vegas and a young kid from University of Pacific entering all of a sudden is jumping up to Sergio Ramos. That's the top, right? But it's a really good example of a guy that, man, if you go by the book, Sergio Ramos isn't by the book, all right? He does things sometimes where you know it's not the exact way to make a play, but he makes up for it by being aggressive and fearless and and I would take guys like that on my team any day of the week, and so we want players like that. Tonight, Tristan played more like that. That was awesome. So I was happy for him. Topped it off with a goal. So good 3 points, and as always, things to work on.
In your push for perfection, I know you just talked about a lot of things that you think can get better, but when you look at over the 49 games of this team's history, more points, more goals, fewer goals given up than any team in the league. And you are doing pretty well. There's an awful lot of things that other teams have never done in the history of this league that you guys have already done.
Yeah, we don't have any trophies yet, Kevin. We haven't figured out even if we have where the space for our trophy case is going to be, as far as I know. So, you can't get ahead of yourselves. Look, I think we play pretty good football. They try to come in and, tonight's another incredible crowd. And look, it's Pride Night. How special that is and how important that is, because in the diversity of Los Angeles, we want to make sure that we're connected with every neighborhood, every community. We want to be so inclusive, and so, we come in here tonight, as always, so excited. We love playing here, and it's important that we go on the field and we play football with passion and ideas and play on the front foot, and we do that. And so I see that, right? But like I spent 10 minutes already saying, there's all these little things that good teams really do. So, look, we feel good about the fact that we're going in a good direction, and even when I'm angry about whatever it is, 15 or 20 minutes, I don't miss the other things. So, last year it was positive. This year, we're going in a good direction. But you can't stop now. We're not there yet. So that's still the way we try to look at things.
Well, for
John, is this your last game? Did I hear this?
Yes.
John, we're gonna miss you, man.
Thanks a lot.
You're a good guy, and I've enjoyed when you. No, not just here, but John's one of the ones that shows up at the training facility, and I have a special relationship with all of the ones that show up there, because when you're there and there's not so many people here, I can give you more shit. And so,
I take it.
And so anyway, good luck, man.
Thanks
All
a
right?
lot.
Yeah.
Thank you. Looking at what happened at the second half,
Yep.
what kind of elements you saw from Montreal that they brought in differently from the first half, or it was more about LAFC losing the way?
They didn't give up. They kept trying when they could to step up and see if they could make a turnover. They're a team that plays in transition. They're good at that. They have athletic guys. So they tried that in the first half without much success. I'm sure at halftime they spoke about the fact that they needed to, at 3-0, tried to make some of those plays to get back into the game. Obviously, we made it 4-0, but they didn't stop. And so they made the game more difficult for us at the end.
Bob, have you really had many stretches like that last 20 minutes this year? And second part of that question, is it something that's maybe necessary occasionally to get guys' attention?
No, we haven't had many stretches like that. So again, before today, I don't know for sure, but maybe we had given up one goal in the last 15 minutes of the game, something like that. I don't remember. Sorry, it was 0 before today. So obviously, that's something that we talked about and that we felt good about. And so now today, we lost our way, lost our concentration. And look, you don't just blame defenders when that happens. I mean, in that stretch where we lost our way, we also had 3 versus 2, 4 versus 2. There's advantages that you mess up that turn into a lot of running in the other direction. And so all of these things go together. I mean, we preach the idea that attack and defense go together. Some people say, yeah, today we work on attack, tomorrow we work on defense. That's not how we see it. We see it that they go together and you work on both of them every day. So at the end, yeah.
Coach, you have a big gay follower. What would you want to tell all the people that are gay and play sports because they come and support LAFC soccer?
That we love them. That as a club we want to have perspective that all human beings, regardless of race, color, sexual choice, transgender, you name it, that we need to respect people and love people. And I think the club has tried really hard from the beginning to make sure that we do that part right. I look into our stands after games and I love seeing so many different faces, people from different countries, different backgrounds. That's special. So we say thank you, and we love that you feel part of LAFC.
Last question.
Bob, right here. So this is, I think, the last home league game for 6 weeks, something like that. Yeah.
What a schedule.
Right. So you guys are gonna head up to Portland next.
Yes.
Just in the context of all that and this big break that you're about to have, how does the result tonight and how things transpired prepare you or change anything in terms of going to Portland and trying to spoil the welcoming party for their new stadium or upgrade to the
I mean,
stadium?
look, we need, I speak always about how special it is to play here. You need to win home games. You need to be good at home. You need to reward all your fans that show up here and love coming here and love watching us play. You need to play great football. You need to score goals. If we had lost tonight, it would have been stinking long time to wait before the next chance. So we knew that. We go to Portland. They played all these games away. So that's going to be a big game. It's a big test. And then June, look, it's weird. Obviously, it's an Open Cup match. If we win, then there's a second Open Cup match. We've got to continue to work every day in training with our ideas. As I said, we're not there yet. So I think guys know that. We have good guys. They're great to work with every day. So even tonight when I'm angry with them, I can't yell too much because they're really good guys. Eddie Segura got married today, so there's all these wonderful things, and I look at those faces, and I know how much they love to be a part of LAFC. So, but having said that, as I tell you many times, I have high standards. We have high standards for the kind of football and the kind of decision making and the way we play. So when we slip a little bit, then we hold ourselves accountable. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.